One moment. Change this so I can push to talk instead. It works now. Alright, so this is the newer engine. It's not too well developed because I was kind of procrastinating a little bit, but I'm kind of just going to see. I was messing around with the camera and certain other stuff. This is the newest sprite. It just puts this auto animation all the time. We're going back to the freaking basics though. Of course, these basic elements. But I have a couple I might start programming into here in a minute. So I also fixed this so next time, like whenever I release a build, which actually might be soon, just as a test, you won't even see a debugger when you run the game, like the little window that pops up. This black. Right. You won't even see that window. So that's from this test. This test right here, I was trying to see how to make it not do that. As you can see, there's no debugger at all, so it doesn't show it. Oh my. But alright, let me just read. Okay, it's already done. Alright, so what I wanted to program in with the character is I wanted to do something like Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge has a mechanic called coil. When you're jumping, like doing short jumps, you can coil basically into a ball, kind of. And you basically will move a little bit faster in the air. So I was probably going to do something like that. I can probably just program it in real quick, but not real quick. Probably take like 10 minutes, but I'll try it out real quick. I'll put some music on. They're gonna give me copyright though. I'll just Mirror's Edge. It's coming in the wrong speaker. Um, My speakers are off the entire time. Let's ignore the music for now, alright? Alright, but okay, so we're gonna add the coil to the character. Right now, this is just the character's own scene. Basically, the character only exists in this own thing. This is where, like for example, if I go to Free Run Alley, as you can see, the character has this over it, but it doesn't have a drop down menu. Basically, only way to edit the character is to go in here or to make this logo. So, and see, all the stuff gets kind of dropped, but I don't want to do that. So, all right, real quick, we're just gonna add some more commands, some controls. Let's see. All right. And just real quick, I want to make some debug sprites so I at least know what's doing. I'm trying to make a jumping sprite. It does not look as good as I intended. Just delete all of this. These are the only sprites I have now. The old one had a bit more sprites. This is the old version. This is the charging animation for the charge. This is going to be the intermediate running. And this would be the intermediate running on the other side. It's kind of effed up. And these are the heads looking up, normal and looking down. So, real quick, I'm just going to save it anyway. But I won't even be using this one anymore. This one I'll be using. But to make some debug, let's just make some coil. I know I could just use this stupid and crouch. We're just gonna so we got our two things now. So these are around the same sizes. I think I should actually change the crouch position because when they're on the ground, yeah, when they're on the ground, the crouch is going to be at the player's feet. So around there, and the coil will go like, let me see, I say around here. This is kind of a good spot. Just an arrow so I know which way it's looking at. Okay, so this is the loading sprite for this loading screen, but let me look at that. So Alright, so Godot automatically imports those sprites into it, but when you look at the sprites, let me just put them, click the animated player. This is, if you want to know, this is the animation. There's a lot of frames just so that it doesn't move for a while, so it stays at this sprite, and then it changes around the end. And this is just so if I want to have the character be completely invisible during like an intro animation, I can do that as well. But alright. As you can see, when I'm about to put them in here, they're gonna look blurry. This is because Godot, it's a really small image and it's trying to size it up. So one thing you have to do is click preset 2D pixel and re-import. Just do it for both of them. See, now they're good quality. So now we just gotta get the code to show. So this is the player code right now. I can probably just show off the old engine in a minute, just try to show how kind of messy it was. But I was kind of messing around with how to make the character, you know, like a kind of like a death scene. So whenever you die, it'll fade. You can see me do it now. That's really it. So I have to restrict the character's input, so I'm just gonna add one extra thing. And then I just have to move all this, like, where's it, right here. So if input equals true, then player will be able to move, jump, and die. But no, this is just debugging, but this won't actually be in the input. If the player hits like a death barrier, then the player this will automatically activate and the player will die. So let's see. Let's add a crouch. So I'm just gonna add it before die. Okay, I gotta do this. I'm gonna add an extra collision, so when the player crouches, their collision will go down. So let me just when you play it, so it's crouch. The crouching will actually be a bit smaller. I say it's probably because the player will be bent over. It won't just be like, you know, their knees on the ground or anything like that. But so I keep forgetting if you duplicate it, then it changes all the fix for that whole thing. These just stand for high collision and low collision. So low collision only activates if you're coiling, and if you, well, no, not if you're coiling. I have to add an extra one for that, but only activates if you're not crouching, and low collision only activates if you're, you know, if you're crouching. So if you're holding down. on the line. Actually, I'm gonna flip it around and just do it. All right, so this so when let's change the code now. We're gonna add in some extra variables. I think, you know what, let's keep it like this, it's fine. When you're crouching, the low collision will deactivate and high collision will deactivate and low collision will activate. So the $ and thing is to detect like a node in the player's, I guess folder, but player node. So it's trying to detect whatever is in here. So if you find something that matches this, like H cool, then it would be like, all right, so I'm taking this and it's a collision. So what I want to do with it, I'm going to disable it. So. By default, wrong place. I'm gonna do something. So if you let go as well, I don't even need this. All right, so if you let go, then it switches to the original collision. Okay, that saves it. So now on the free run alley. Oh wait, also I want to make sure it plays. Oops. Come on. I'm an idiot. This is what happens, go and go that and one. Let's see. Crap. I just realized what I did. Don't have it like this. This is how it is. Okay, but if you want to see if it, you have to click debug and show the visible collision shapes, so it actually shows. It does not seem like it's actually disabling it, so if it's blue, then it's disabled. I'm gonna just copy. Okay, it is disabled. I put the color of the collision for the player a little bit darker, so that's the reason why we couldn't tell the difference. Don't worry, player's jump is going to be higher as well. But now here's another problem we're going to encounter. When you let go, the player will get stuck until you switch back to this. But for the time being, because I know how to fix this, I'm going to ignore this and just focus on the coil, and then we'll get back to it. So, if you want to know, this is just saying if you're holding the crouch key and you're not on the ground, then it will activate. This also means, if you just want to know what this means if you just have press the key, so you like press it, it will only activate once. But so for direct ground, I put it so it's on floor. If I can actually easily change it so the player will actually hit the ceiling and they will go up, I can show this off real quick. There, so now if check ground is false, direct ground will actually change onto the ceiling and the player with gravity will be flipped. Okay, so I have to actually delete this for because it can't like be like. As you can see, it works, except the player's sprite is a bit messed up because it's not perfectly centered. See on here, the player's sprite's like, it's kind of centered. Maybe I didn't, maybe actually move the sprite a little bit and didn't re-export it, but I don't. One moment. It's also just the title screen. It's broken. It doesn't work because I erased all of these. So I'm going to fix that. We're gonna take, okay, which just this will black out the screen. By default, it won't be, but I don't know how to change it like that. I don't want it to. If I change it like this, then it'll instantly just pop like that. I don't want it like that. So I want it to actually gradually go to black. So I'm gonna change the password. Just center it a little bit. So to do this, I'm gonna have a variable that basically, I guess it's going to change the opacity. Things are just gonna be. I'm just do it. Variable opaque. Let's just do opaque equals 0. So by default, it equals 0. But once you press a button, let's do this. I'm just putting this temporary variable. I'll change it later. Just do that, and then down all the way over here. So this basically just says modulate. Oh my god. Let's put this on. Oh, you have to put double. This is basically saying that its value will be, the starting thing will be 0, but as soon as opaque VVV equals true, it will add 1 and it will change this to dark eventually. Oh wait, wrong thing. It would be too quick. It would just be like that. It would change instantly to black. There we go. That was the value that was missing. I need to change this because if you hit the button while it's starting up, it will still do it to like. Oh, and we're at the original test stage. This was an ugly auto tile I made that I spent an hour on basically just making to never basically use it ever in this game, because this is for the more Castlevania inspired version that I was going to make, and I said screw it, let me go back to one of my older ideas for this game. So this also has the charge jump, as you can see down here. This was the original one I was working on. Um, so we're just going to change this. All right. Let's see. Let's do the. So if you press that key, you're in the air. And I also have to change it so that for the coil for what I want to do with the coil, you have to be falling. You can't be jumping. Well, you can't be going up. So if you're jumping, you won't be able to coil. But if you're falling, aka if your y value is more than 0, then you're able to do it. But I'm gonna have it so it's a certain value, so you can't just coil like as soon as you jump and you fall. As soon as you fall. So I'm gonna have it so it has to be like move y is greater than 100. So if it's that, I'm not going to change the collision, but I'm just going to make sure that the player moves faster. This is really hard to code when I'm live streaming. I'm recording. If I wasn't recording, then all this stuff would probably be done by like in a couple of minutes. So we're gonna have it so that if you're, let's see, I'm checking the movement. Actually, the coil might be in there. So for this, actually, I'm going to delete this. The only thing I'm gonna keep is this. Because for right now, I don't need this. I don't have a coil like collision right now. I'll add that later. I just want to make sure that the player moves a bit faster when they press the button and coil. So if they're pressing the button. Well, let's do this. If they're pressing left and they're pressing the button. And let's just we don't need this. We don't need this. We will not need this. And that. And then, okay. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna have it so that the player moves about, let's add 100 to this. For this, we'll add, this has to change to negative. And this has to change to around because I accidentally copied the right, the other form. Wrong. And we gotta change the sprite so we know it works. I'm just gonna yoink this one. And I think my character isn't going fast enough to be able to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna change all these values. Power jump. Jesus Christ. I thought it was even more than that. Then let's just change this to like. I don't think that's my actual jump though. 'Cause it's not actually working right, I think. Let's see if this works. It crashed again or something. It's not. Okay, let's test. Whoops. Let's see. I'm just gonna add a checker. Nope, it won't work. Let's see. Keys crush. No, that's control. It's press, so I'm holding it down. Let's see. Maybe I should increase this value a lot. I'm just gonna put it over here. Let's just change the move Y. So I can at least see it. Whoops. I have no idea why it's on 20. Oh, because gravity's being applied to it every time. But let's see. If you're on the ground, don't apply any gravity. So I'm just gonna. No, it's fine. At least it as long as it resets when you jump, it's fine. I'll still remove that though. Okay, but it's activating the speed. I think as soon as I do it though. Nope. Let's just jump off now. We'll be back. the button, the value should change. So if I'm jump off the edge, this is the max value when you're jumping, when you're walking right now. And then when I jump off the edge, it should change a little bit. So I'm gonna jump and press quill. It actually does not even play the sprite, so maybe it's not actually. Okay, it actually just stopped me immediately on that. Okay, on the left side. I think, man, I'm actually really tired now, and I barely did anything. But right now, I'm just gonna put this into a notepad document. And then I'm going to revert all this. You're probably wondering, why would I do that? Why would I erase all the work I just did? And it's because some of this stuff tends to break. So I'd rather just keep, like, the crouch is fine. The crouch can stay. But the coil is not working, so I'd rather just get rid of it. But yeah. This is all the game we have right now. With did it break? Nope. Alright. And then I guess I can show off the old end. There was many iterations of this, but the first was this one right here, with the Mega Man sprite, because originally it was going to be a Mega Man game, and then I decided, nope, I want to make my thing. So I actually played this again, and I was like, this is really slow. I was like, I can't believe I actually showed this. I know he would have moved faster, but as you can see, this is just some basic code. See the code. Some basic stuff. Yep, this is all it is. It's literally just in this instead of in like its own function. So this is the first one. This I think was this. No. This is a broken one. I have no idea which one came first. Maybe Dime. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Dime may have came first. This Mega Man engine is not mine. I was trying to see as like what they did, how they did a slide. I did not understand how they did it, but the Mega Man engine for Goda, I say is really effing impressive, and I really like it. But let's see, untitled platform game. So even having, nope, it's completely empty. Hard. Let's just go with Dynamite. Oh, it's nice and blue. Yep, this was one of the first versions I showed up. The jump is broken. It doesn't. Okay, now. But as you can see, it's one of the first. It's kind of. It has the basic stuff. Wall jump. I actually like how this one works more than in the final. You have some tiles that are really broken. This originally I was actually gonna give this version out. I was gonna make a whole stage for it, but then I decided against it. This one doesn't even have a debug mode, I think. I don't think it has a debug thing, so I can no clip, but this is the first. There's an early bit. The reason why it's 7 because there's a couple of early ones that were basically just the Mega Man one that I was talking about earlier. That one with the Mega Man face right here. Okay, so next would be this. This was gonna be the new file for all the coin toss thing. That was gonna be the name of the game, and I effed it up. Let's see what this is. I don't think this is anything. I think this is just. Oh no, this is also another test. This is a test with some auto tiles from a person. As you can see, he no clips through all the tiles and falls to his infinite death. So he can never come back. The thing doesn't even follow him as well. Let's see. Go with that 2D platformer master. Yeah, I was trying to see how these people did their grappling. I did not like that, bro. Crap, went too far. Okay, so next let's go. Nope, that has nothing. I'm just gonna look around and see. This was the latest version I sent out before just basically abandoning it. Let's see, platform template. Rockman. Pretty sure, yeah, that's just that. Coin toss. Okay, let's just go with this. This was another one that I saved. This was basically just a backup. Yep. This version. The sword actually never does anything. It literally was a test item. I was trying to see physics, and it floats around for some reason. This is the broken one with the slide, right? Yep. So if you get stuck, just no clip out. I'm gonna have to go back to the. You know what's funny? I actually have to go back all the way to the original build, the one pre-alpha 0.0.7, the one that says time. I have to go back to the one to find out how I did the wall jumping, because this wall jumping I liked, except it wasn't even that, like, for the game, the new Rana Abba For the new version, it's gonna have more realistic wall jumping, so no more of this Mega Man X style wall jumping. So, but the thing is, when I get the old wall jump, oh, I didn't know it does that. But when I get the old wall jumping working, it'll be easier to just wall jump. You just press the jump button and they'll fling over to the other side. So, actually, let's look at the code for a bit. So as you can see, you can buy this is how the play. You got the variables, just the jump constant. The constants are things that like basically they cannot change. So they will always be that way. I should have changed the variable. And variables can change. So that's why I should have changed this to the constant. This to a constant. I guess I totally forgot. These were states, but they kind of broke, so they never really worked right. This is how the player moves. So the player, if they're not pressing the slide button, if they're not sliding, then they will walk normal. But this never worked. Jump if they're next to the wall, and then press it, then they'll wall jump. B hop, pretty simple. If you notice, look at the B hop for a moment and just notice this code. Now I'm gonna. You can look at slide for a little bit. It's kind of basic. Dash. I'm pretty sure. Does dash even work? It doesn't work. Okay. But yeah, that dash is broken. But wall jump. But okay, now let me see. Wait, and also I don't remember putting it in this one. Yep, it didn't work. Okay, but take a look at the take a look at the B hop code and the charge jump code. Just kind of look how similar it is. I'm just gonna I can bring these back anyway. I'm not saving this. See how it's basically the exact same thing? If you want to know why the B-hop exists, it's literally because, like, the original B-hop, you had to jump and repeatedly jump. That was in the dime version. But in this, the B-hop was literally just a broken charge jump. It didn't work right, so if you held up, the player would just instantly jump. So that's why it's like that. So I made it just work a little slower, so you wouldn't be able to move as fast, like when you start up the B hopping. But nothing really else to see. Debug is an integer thing, so if it's even, if this is odd, then the debug starts and the input is disabled. But if it's even, then the input is true. You can move around normally, and the debug is disabled. Animations, that was kind of broken. I never really used that. And this was broken. I was trying to make the game quit so many times, it never worked. Hopefully it does not save. This is another version. Yep, this is this one. Remember this one when I finally got it, and I was I forgot. It's also broken. That remember I spawned with it like that, and I was like, what the heck? I remember when I finally got this version done, I was so happy. I was like, this is kind of broken because he stands back up, but he doesn't get stuck anymore. Basically, the game, if the player's under a ceiling and and they go back to normal, it will keep the collision of the slide and it won't enable the normal collision. So that's how it works like this. You can also jump doing this and B hop. Oh, well, you can't know window. You can be up though. Nope, there's nothing outside these walls if you want to know. There's literally nothing. It's just void. As you can see, it's very basic. Yep, this is the code with the portals, so I finally got. This is when I've learned how to change scenes. It's so easy to do now. I was like, God, it's so hard. And I figured it out. I was like, oh, I was like, thank God. Okay, let's just look at the code. There's nothing really changed. It's almost the exact same code. I just recopied it and added a couple more things and fixed some things. You're probably wondering, why do you restart all the time on your code? Why don't you just continue with it and fix it? When I try to do that, it typically completely breaks, and I'd rather just start from scratch. Because the code will look easier, it will look cleaner. This code, to me, reading it just gives me a freaking headache. Oh yeah, I think you can play this one also in a browser. Maybe. Yep, you can play it in a browser too. It's of course laggier because it's a freaking browser. It's Firefox. Firefox isn't weak, but the thing can't handle this. And yes, this was an unused texture. I was gonna have this as a tile, and then totally forgot about it because I was trying to focus on how to do an auto tile. So this brick goes unused forever. And the reason why the game's sprites, like, I turned them to black and white was because I was gonna make this like a 1-bit styled game where there's only 2 colors. But then I just said, F it, let's have color again. Color looks nice. Yeah, I am spending my quarantine well. I'm dying over here coding this stuff. But I have to go, boss. I was trying to get the mouse to work. Pretty sure. Yep, as you can see, it's trying to follow the mouse. It literally did not work. If I do collision, it will show the arrow. Yep. The arrow is attempting to face the mouse. As you can see, look, well, over here, it's still facing that side. Over here, it kind of accurately does it, but still, it doesn't even do it that well. This pissed me off for so many days because I was trying to get it to work. I got it to work eventually. Thank God. This is probably the last version. Maybe I'm gonna show. See, I was gonna have all these versions. Pre-release, then into alpha, to beta, and then release, aka the full version. And game files where all the stuff is stored. But it never made it that far, so. See, P2. That was gonna be a different. This is the. Yep, this is the one where I was testing out health. This is before that version we just saw earlier. I was testing. Oh yeah, and the auto tile is broken. I accidentally changed how was looking at how the engine was looking at the tile, so it's like messed. I can fix this real. As you can see, I just fixed it just like that. But it doesn't affect the rest of the tiles. So this one was just testing out health and if I can see how to do it. So one thing you do is jump all the way to the top and then you fall. You fall. Doesn't work that well anymore, I guess. But if I just do this, and I just keep going, I keep going, I keep going, and I drop. Let's see what happens. The health is broken. Yeah, the health was broken. I never repaired. That's the reason why I left that version. I put it in my Discord. I put screenshots of it and video of it. But the reason why you never see that one again is because I broke the health and I just said screw it. And this is the current version. As well, the previous current version of this game before I just said F this version. As it literally had the most development out of everything. I called it that. No, I don't even remember calling it that. The grappling hook feature kind of works. You know what? I'm gonna go on a really quick pet peeve. Oh yeah. Oh logo. Real quick pet peeve about version date. Quick pet peeve about the Godak Discord. I freaking hate it. Those people who are trying to explain to the beginners like me, they suck at explaining. They don't know how to explain well. Like, I just ask, hey, how do I make a quick grappling hook thing? Like, can anyone teach me? They literally are telling you like you know rocket science. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Like they're explaining to me like as if I know how to do all this stuff, and I say I don't know how to do that, or I say, can you explain how I do this? Like how do I draw a line so it looks like a grappling hook is actually shooting out? But you know what they just say? They literally just they don't either they don't respond or they say something different. That's not even your question. I really hate that. It was so frustrating. I asked someone else how to make a grappling hook, and I believe their code was actually from Game Maker. And I asked them, like, this person was nice. I say this person was nice. Nothing wrong with them. But I asked them could they explain their code, and then they just said it's relatively simple. And I was like, I don't understand. And then they just said all this stuff, and I was like, I didn't want to be awkward, really, so I just said, oh, I understand it, thank you. I didn't want to bother them with that, so I just literally just said thank you, and I just kind of ended the conversation right there. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to do a grappling hook on my own, basically, because those people on the Godat Discord, I'm sorry, please explain better. It's horrible. Why don't you know how to explain how to like make this not clip through the floor? Well, like, come on, people. I really hate that Discord, but I'm still in it because I still have to ask questions. I still have to ask, like, how do I do a simple thing like this or something like this? That Discord, it's just, God. Oh yeah, and another thing, real quick. Which was it? I'm gonna change my so it hides it real quick. I just want to do that. Fine, I can find out who. Oh, I said. I want to find out who told me this and what their code was. Okay. This one guy. This is my last thing before I just go. This one guy. No, Game Maker takes a lot to load. This one guy on Discord. I'll put this up. So this guy on Discord. Oh. Yeah, I agree with that, but I still like what I do with my code on the Discord, I literally post it. I post it to them. I literally copy like sometimes fragments of it or the whole thing and say, okay, how do I do it with this? And they like they can either show some like I'm not saying they make my code for me, just instantly do it. I'm saying like, could you at least edit it and I could test it out and see if it works, and then like at least they could just they could just literally just edit the code, and from that I would learn more than them explaining it to me. It's like a teacher. You go up to a teacher and you ask them a question, like, hey teacher, how do I do this pre-calc question real quick, and then you know what they say? They literally just restate the question, and then they just ignore you. Like the go to people don't ignore you, they continue talking to you, but still it feels just like that. It feels like I'm down a brick wall because I'm trying to understand and I just can't. I'm like, can you explain it to me? Well, you just do this. Can you explain it to me even better? You just do this. I don't understand. I really don't understand. But let me explain. Let me just say my one story about this one guy who I was trying to tell. Let me show you what I was trying to get him to do. Let me show you. It's so simple. Let me tell you what he was. Let me search it up. Okay, I found the video I want to show. I just want to show this video real quick. I was trying to get this one guy to do this simple task. It's so simple. And then it literally, I was on. Okay, let me show you what I was trying to get him to do. I was literally trying to get him to explain to me how to do a jump where if you let go, the player instantly just starts falling. You know what he gave me? Do you know what he gave me multiple times? You want me to tell you? I would show the Discord log, but I can't bleep out his name. So what he I'm just gonna change this because I'm about to end the stream. What he gave me was a charge jump script multiple times. He gave me the same jump script. I was so frustrated with this guy. Let me to the first time. Okay, so go to Discord to ask, hey, anyone know how to do this? This guy says, hey, I can help you. So he gives me some code of a timer. And I was getting really confused by this because I was like, a timer? I was like, what? And then he was like, all right, wait, I didn't finish the code yet. I have to go eat dinner. And I was like, all right, I'll wait. So dang, it doesn't show the time. Oh, it does. So when I first started on him, it was 9 p.m. 9 p.m. on a Wednesday. Yep, this is my mother's birthday. 9 p.m. And this is April Fool's Day. We start talking. He goes down to eat. Let me see when he finishes his thing. So let's see. He sends me. Let me see if I can capture like a little bit of the screen at least, because I don't want to show the things that might get kicked out of the freaking Discord. Can I show like a tiny bit of the capture? Let's see. I don't think this thing allows me to do this. Freak, I can't. That's the thing. I'm going to crop it. I'm going to crop the thing real quick so I can just show this off. This mastermind. I'm sorry I sound salty, but it was so freaking annoying. Go back to this. We're going to just this is my first time doing this. Okay, I can't do it. It's not letting me do this as. Let me just explain. I'm just gonna explain. Because I was trying to so frustrated. Let me just okay. Gives you a charge script at 9 o'clock. And then he adds a thing called a bonus jump. He was trying to give me like a charge jump plus a double jump. And then I was trying to ask him where do I put this stuff at. I sent him my own code, like basically the full thing. It was the full code. And then he gives me the charge jump script and a timer. There was error, all this stuff. So let's get down. What time is it now? PM, 9 PM. Okay, so around. I'm just gonna estimate around 9:30. I was starting to get a little pissed off because this guy, as soon as he gave me the thing and I got it, he gave me the code and he sent me this recording. He gave me this thing. Oh, it doesn't show because freaking Streamlabs is a stupid thing. This is what he gives me. This is the so I was showing him jumping, and I was like, and when he did that, that really confused the heck out of me because I was like, I'm not looking for a charge jump. So as soon as he did that, I was like, and then I asked him, I was like, wait, you know about button sensitivity, like in a Mario game? I only said this because my brother said, do you explain to him like button sensitivity? I was like, no. And then I said, like a Mario game, you tap and Mario jumps low, and you jump and hold jump, and he jumps to his highest. And then the guy asked me, oh, a double jump? Like that? You tap twice and you get that? I was like, no. I sent him the video I just showed you guys. That video where the guy was showing the Mario jump and the Hollow Knight jump. And then he said, "Oh, I get it now. Let me I'll adapt the script for you." So he does it again, and then he gives me another charge jump script. And then at this point, I literally just say, "Thank you so much for helping, mate. Sorry if I gave you any trouble." I was literally so done with him. I literally just said thank you. I couldn't take it no more. I was so pissed off. I literally said thank you. And he says, no. He said, I guess he was trying to say no problem, but he just put nope, comma. Man, it was fun to help. It was fun to be tortured. And by the time I said, thank you, it was like 11 o'clock, like 11 p.m. It was 2 hours later, and this guy was helping me. 2 hours later. And then guess what? Around, let's see, 3 minutes later, 3 minutes later, I literally fixed my own code, and I was so pissed off. And I literally told him, just fix the code on my original version. What you're giving me with some of its charge jumps, which although I really do like, I'm still gonna, and I'm still, oh. I told the guy, I was like, which I really do like, I'm still gonna use. I didn't want. And the guy said, this new code is what you wanted. And he was asking me, he's like, no, it jumps higher the longer you press the jump button. And I told him I didn't want no charge jump. I didn't want. So, at the end, he said, but why your code is not gonna work? It's not complete. I'm sorry, it's literally broken English. It's not complete. That's why I edited for you. And I said, but like I said, that's not how I want to work. The code is going to keep players stationary when holding the jump button until they release. I just want my code to allow the player to jump, not charge a jump. But anyway, I figured it out. Thanks anyway. And that was the end of our conversation. I really do not like to go to that Discord. I'm so done with this, all this. I can probably post the whole conversation in Discord. I'll bleep out all I'll bleep out the person's name. But yeah, I'm so done. This is the end of the stream.